Welcome to Hand It Down. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Cole Woolley. I'm a retired PhD scientist with 40 years of research experience. My work has taken me all over the world. I've traveled 4 million miles and lived in different countries for 4 years. That's quite a lot of stories that I could tell. Well, I've been interested in family history and genealogy since I was 10 years old. I remember looking at old family history pages from my grandfather, who I never really knew, and it helped me understand who I am. I actually copied my grandfather's writing style in signing my name. Well, I started a journal 50 years ago, and I have many volumes to show for it. So I'm interested in family history. In the last 20 years, I've extensively used FamilySearch, Ancestry, and FindMyPast to help me document each one of my ancestors in my ancestral line, and especially the Woolley name, the Woolley line. I can trace my family back to Thomas Woolley, who married in 1729 to a Quaker. And beyond that, I only know that he's from England. I've researched and put together families in England and Wales with the Woolley name. They started out near just southeast of Manchester, England, and they've distributed throughout England and Wales. And I've been able to put families together, document who they are, and see how the name Woolley, Woolley, has been changed or documented by parish priests. Woley is where it started, and all variations of O and L and E and Y. So I've enjoyed that a lot. And that's still an elusive part of my research, is to find my Woolley connection overseas. I've also documented my childhood memories. I call them the Tryon Creek Adventures. I lived near Portland, Oregon, near Tryon Creek. It's now a state park. And I spent most of my childhood hours after school and on weekends down in Tryon Creek, and all the adventures back there. Can you imagine 1,000 acres of forest? It was my playground. And in addition to that, in the last 20 years, I've helped many people with their family history, both in helping them create stories and showing them how to do that, and their family histories, and also in searching their family lines. And I've really enjoyed that a lot. So that's the basis of Hand It Down. The basis is me, Cole Woolley. I am the reason for Hand It Down. And Hand It Down just simply means it's our time and it's our place to record and document and capture the stories and our histories. That's the most important thing. And hand it down to the next generations. They will understand who they are because you took the time to document your history. In Hand It Down, what we want to do is explore 5 major topics to help you. One is I call the family history detective. I want to show you how I've been able to explore my family history and my ancestral lines through using tools like FamilySearch, Ancestry, and FindMyPast. Now, I'm not perfect at it, but I've spent over 10,000 hours doing this research. So I have learned a number of skills, especially how to put families together that right now look like they're separate. Number 2, I want to also talk about how to use the family history tools and the AI tools that are now starting to go with them. And like on FamilySearch, they have an AI tool. Well, these AI tools that are out there and propagating can actually help you with your family history. And I'll show you ways you can do that. Third, I want to talk about journals and how journaling can help you, even if you're older, to be able to finish out your adult life and help hand it down. And then fourth, I want to be able to talk about stories that I have had and you have had on the road. It might be in work or vacation related, whatever it might be. When you've been on the road, when you've been experiencing things, how to journal that and share that with your future descendants. Finally, of the main topics, I want to show you how to hand it down. So there's a bunch of minor topics that I want to also include. I want to include my English, Scottish, Hawaiian ancestry. So how it affects me. I know you're not exactly English, Scottish, and Hawaiian, but who you are, I'm going to be able to show from my experience what it's like. I also want to be able to explore the science of memory and storytelling and how that will help you in your later life, in your senior life. I want to be able to go through and share conversations with others about their legacy. And in my last 20 years, I've been working in essential oils, so I want to share my essential oil science experience and a little bit of the history that goes along with that. I also want to be able to talk about the importance of using AI with your family and how you can help your children, your grandchildren to learn how to develop skills that will turn into careers, that will help them take care of their families. I also want to talk about how to write your life history, my history. I'll show you my history and tell you how I've done it. And I may use AI to help me illustrate that, especially my history when I was a youth, when I didn't have a cell phone in my pocket and I didn't take all these photographs. So there's got to be somehow where I can portray my history when there was no cameras. I also want to be able to show the value and your value of what accomplishments you made while working. What kind of achievements did you accomplish? What kind of relationships did you build? What kind of skills did you create? And how did you help humanity? So I think that's very important. There's another thing I'd like to explore, and that is your ancestors' world. What was it like in Germany in 1640 in this little village? What was it like in Russia in 1729 in this little village? What was it like in Hawaii in 1420 on the big island of Hawaii? What was it like in England in a small town in 1820? Well, AI can help you recreate that. AI is getting more and more powerful, and so it can help you recreate the conditions of the time. It can create pictures that you help illustrate your story. So your story can be very illustrative without being fake, because you're the one that creates the prompts. You're the one that creates the image that you basically want to portray, and AI goes out and recreates what it was like. I also want to be able to help you create stories. Your ancestors, these forgotten voices, these people who are in name only and maybe in occupation. I mean, before 1850, there are no photographs. So I think you can help recreate these stories and illustrate them with the help of AI. And finally, probably the first place to start in any family history research is with those boxes of letters, the boxes of photographs, and all the artifacts and collectibles that you have around your house. This is you. And it's very important that you create stories around these letters, these photos, and these artifacts, these collectibles, because it can these stories capture your emotion and also your feelings behind the experiences that you've had. And this is very, very important. I was told when I was very young that this is the very first place to start. Start with the boxes of letters, photos, and collectibles. So I hope you will join me in this great experience of Hand It Down.